The following is a presentation of WGN Sports.
For a full week now, the Chicago Bulls and the city have endured an unending emotional high, culminating in last night's intense homecoming game against Orlando. Their 7 days of March Madness has been something even the NCAA tourney can never match in Chi-Town. But in the NBA, there is no week off between games. And so the Bulls find themselves in Atlanta, where the crowd and the home team await the traveling show starring His Airness. It's another night of competition featuring the world's greatest athletes. It's the reason he came back. Hit Atlanta in the deep south outside the Omni. The fans have gathered, and inside a sellout crowd will be on hand as the Bulls take on the Atlanta Hawks. Hi everybody, I'm Wayne Larrabee, and welcome to another evening of Bulls basketball. Well, Michael picked a busy week to come back to. 4 games this week for the Chicago Bulls, culminating in tonight's performance here in Atlanta. And the significance of tonight's game is underscored by a quick look at the Eastern Conference standings. Just 1 game in the loss column, a game and a half overall, separating Chicago and Atlanta. Pleasure to have alongside Johnny Red Curran. Red, the addition of Jordan has been wonderful, but it has not obscured the Achilles heel of this ball club.
No, I think talking to Phil Jackson, we asked him just before the game, how is the game of basketball supposed to be played, Phil?
Basketball is a game of, taking good shots, rebounding the ball, coming back, playing good defense, and allowing your opponent only 1 shot. And this has been our Achilles heel from the day one when we started the season. Tonight we'll give it another shot at some other people moving into that spot. Maybe Larry Kraskowiak, who didn't have a full game stint last night due to some referee problems, but we need to plug in some different people and see if we can't take care of that rebounding problem. We'll look at it tonight and see how it goes.
But you know, Red, a lot of roles are evolving. Things are changing now as this team pulls its game together with the addition of Michael Jordan. But one player whose performance has stepped up to another level has been that of B.J. Armstrong.
B.J. Armstrong, a steady performer all year, but look at since the man has been back. 67%, 7 for 8 from downtown, no turnovers. B.J. is benefiting from MJ's return.
Yeah, and also 5 steals for B.J. over that course of time. Well, we're joined tonight by Robert Jordan at WGN News. We check in with him right now down to the baseline.
Well, Johnny, you and Wayne were here, and you heard this Atlanta Hawks crowd. Only the stadium half full when the Bulls came in just for their warm-ups, and there was a tremendous cheer. It's hard to understand exactly why this crowd seems to be ambivalent towards their own team and the Bulls. We went around the city today just to check reaction, to try and get a feel for the atmosphere in this town. We'll have that coming up later tonight on WGN News at 9.
All right, thank you very much, Robert. Bulls basketball just ahead. The starting lineups, the opening tip when we continue on WGN.
Chicago Bulls basketball is brought to you by Miller Lite. You can expect great things from the great taste of Miller Lite. Your local Ford dealer, the Truck Authority. Your local McDonald's restaurant. Have you had your break today? Montgomery Ward. They won't be beat, guaranteed. So stop by a nearby Montgomery Ward and see why. Your Chicagoland, Northwest Indiana Toyota dealers. I love what you do for me, Toyota. And by Southwest Airlines. Flying the low-fare airline is just plain smart.
Fifth and final meeting between the Atlanta Hawks and the Chicago Bulls. Bulls have won 3 of 4. And let's go to the public address announcer at the Omni, Kevin Payne, for the starting lineups.
Guard, 6'2" from Iowa, B.J. Armstrong. At guard, 6'6" from North Carolina, Michael Jordan. At center, 7 feet even from Vanderbilt, Will Perdue. At forward, 6'11" from Croatia, Tony Kukoc. And at forward, 6'7" from Central Arkansas, Scottie Pippen. The trainer is Chip Schaefer. Assistant coaches Jim Clemens, Tex Winter, and Jimmy Rogers. And the head coach is Phil Jackson. And now, let's stand and cheer for your Atlanta Hawks starting lineup! At forward is 6'8" from UNLV, the Plastic Man, Stacey Oldman. At forward is 6'9" from Eastern Michigan, Brett Long. At center is 6'11" from Arkansas, Andrew Mann. At guard is 6'8" from Michigan State, Steve Smith. And at guard is 6'1" from Oklahoma, Mookie Blaylock. The trainer is Joel Toole. Assistant coaches are Dick Helm and Brian Winters. And the head coach of your Atlanta Hawks is Lenny Wilkens.
The 959 wins, the most ever posted as a coach in NBA history. Wilkens earlier this year passed Red Auerbach. And the series looks this way. Bulls lead it overall. Have won 2 straight here, 3 in a row overall after losing the opening game of the series this season, December 3rd in Chicago, 92-81. Scottie Pippen's got a fan here in town.
Oh, boy.
There's Jim Clark. He's joined by Jake O'Donnell and Woody Mayfield.
Takes a little time here for the lights to come up.
Season series, there's a breakdown of the numbers. That's in 4 games this season. And the Bulls Red have dominated the last 3.
You see Tony Kukoc leads the Bulls with 17 points a game. You know, this will be the 4th different starting lineup in the 5 games that the Bulls have played this team this year.
You know, we mentioned so much Michael Jordan is back. There is an adversary of Michael's on a regular basis. Craig Elo follows Michael as he returns to the Atlanta lineup off a knee injury. Craig has had an injury-riddled campaign, 2 consecutive knee surgeries, but there's a look at what Michael has done against Elo. MJ with another vintage dusting here of our broadcast position, and he's set to go. The Atlanta Hawks with a record of 33-34, the Bulls at 35-33. Bulls have lost 2 of their last 3. They had won 6 of their previous 7 games. The Hawks have lost 2 in a row, but have won 9 of 15 overall. B.J. Armstrong, as we pointed out on the open, has been red hot. Certainly his game has been allowed to elevate due to the attention Michael Jordan draws on the court. And B.J., as a result, has been more comfortable with Michael out of the floor. He's been more aggressive defensively with 5 steals in the last 3 games for Armstrong. No turnovers by B.J., as we pointed out. Steve Smith out of Michigan State. There's a fine young man who's been struggling recently for Atlanta. Last 9 games shooting under 40%. He was out here extra long tonight working on his jumper. Mookie Blaylock, the leader of this ball club on the floor.
Economically, Michael, good for everybody. This is the Hawks' first sellout this year.
Andrew Lang on the tip with Will Perdue. The Hawks in the home whites, the Bulls in the traveling reds. And we're underway. Atlanta basketball, this is Blaylock. Grant Long. Stacey Augmon did not play the last time due to injury these 2 teams met. Smith from the outside. These 2 teams played 10 nights ago in Chicago, and the Bulls won by 13. Jordan on the fadeaway. Smith the rebound.
Good position down low. Nice open shot. Just missed it here.
Smith has great size at the guard spot at 6'8". Good ball movement. Interior pass to Stacey Augmon from Mookie Blaylock. Will Perdue Tony Kukoc, his first shot of the night, nothing but net. Bulls and Hawks tied at 2. Smith from the outside.
Stacey Ogman with a second hoop. They're going to give him that shot. You saw how Scottie stayed away from him. That's what they'll try to do.
Kukoc turns baseline. And Grant Long.
What a great twist he put on that ball. You see him put that up with the great English.
Yeah, and he's Croatian, huh? Pretty good English. Bulls and Hawks tied at 4. This is Smith, guarded by Jordan. Smith pushed off, no foul. Andrew Lang way outside. 7 to go on the shot clock, Atlanta. Blaylock. Rebound Long.
Now that's just what the coach was talking about, retrieving the ball. The long shot out there, bounced straight up in the air, didn't bounce way out.
Scottie down the lane. And we've got a foul coming up. Jim Clark with the call from out front.
Stacey Ogman on his first foul. Pip driving to the hoop. He had nowhere to put it off the glass. He actually was sailing on by the backboard. He put it up. Pip will shoot 2 free throws here.
You know, Red, you talked about Phil Jackson wasn't as upset that the Orlando Magic had 53 rebounds last night. He was upset that they had 22 offensive rebounds, 22-9 on the offensive glass, and that's something that has been the Achilles heel for this ball club, and it will continue to be until they get some good play at the number 4 spot in the lineup. 4 position, the power forward. Blaylock quickly to the attack. Stacey Ogman faces Scottie Pippen. Pippen knocked it away. 7 to go on the shot clock. Ogman manufactures a shot and draws the foul. Scottie's first personal foul. That's the first on the team.
Scottie Pippen, his first, the team's first.
Lenny Wilkens always has that look on his face. You can't tell if he's happy or sad, but he's got more wins than anybody else that coached in the NBA, so I think it's a happy look.
You know, I'll tell you, he'd make a good poker player, wouldn't he? Never changes his expression.
Yeah. Can you tell if he's got a pair of deuces or 3 bullets, you know?
Ogman with 4, and Atlanta leads it 8-5. Biggest lead of the night.
Watch it.
13 to go on the shot clock for the Bulls. 7 to go for Armstrong. Kukoc to the left hand. Laying the rebound, and it is Atlanta basketball. Grant Long down low on Kukoc. Tony poked it away. Now Long goes to work. Double team from Pippen. Long able to spin away. Left it short. Purdue the rebound. Here come the Bulls up and running. Kukoc from Pippen.
Yeah, nice delay. Michael ran on down. Smith had to stay with him, filling the wing. Tony was the trailer, slipped on through. Got a nice pass, slammed it down. He's got 6.
$25 from McDonald's and Charitables. Every time the Bulls slam dunk. Stacey Ogman off the mark. Loose ball foul coming up. Woody Mayfield makes the call to the baseline.
Who is it?
I think it's on Grant Long.
Grant Long, he does. See if he takes it, pulls him on down. So they've got 2 fouls now.
1 point lead for Atlanta, and the Bulls can take the advantage here with the field goal. Jordan on the weave, right off his hands, able to collect. Michael to Will Purdue. BJ at the arc for 3. Rebound collected by Stacey Ogman. Ogman and Pippen, you talk about 2 players with long wingspans.
3 seconds.
Ogman, nice move around Scottie. Stacey gets it back. Tony Kukoc the rebound. Bulls on the run. Armstrong right through Scottie Pippen. Pip able to collect and to the hole.
All the way down. Pip with 3, Kukoc with 6. They've got 9 and a 1 point lead here in the first quarter.
First lead of the night for the Bulls. Just under 8 minutes to go, first quarter. Andrew Lang.
see that too often in this league. They set a little screen and a big center steps out 18 feet and hits the jumper.
Lang, a former Philadelphia 76er. Michael Jordan fouled by Steve.
Yes!
Smith gets the foul.
Boy, that hit flat iron on the back, jumped up in the air. He says, Mike, you back, it's me knocking, let me in. Down it comes through. There he goes down, up on Smith. The reach in, up, and down.
Michael with just 2 shots in the first 3:29 of this ball game. Has 3 points of the game.
They give that to Stacey Ogman. I thought that foul was on Smith.
I thought so too. Blaylock slapped away from behind by Jordan. Lang collecting. Tip won't go for Grant Long, and finally, it is a
too much,
Kukoc, but a little bit too much on the pass.
3 guys out there in front. What are they going to say here?
Lenny Wilkens is asking who the last foul was on.
Yeah, I think it's right. I think it should be on Steve Smith.
Should be on Smith. The scoreboard.
The last foul was not charged to Stacey Ogman. It was credited to number 8, Steve Smith.
Yeah, you know, that's what I said when we saw him come in here. Ogman wasn't near him, and I said, Ogman with the foul. Where did they find that? But
Red,
that
we
was
were
just
right
a misread.
It's not often you could say that, but that time we were right. Bulls by 2. Smith wide open to the arc. Oh, man, he got a bad pass. Had all he could do to save it. In play. Blaylock foul. Yes, and a foul. Scored, and it's a tray.
You talk about what a broken play that was. They fired the ball way out to the side. BJ comes behind. We got a timeout. He takes the foul. It'll be a 4-point attempt when we come back.
Hawks leading by 1, 6:54 to go first quarter. Mookie Blaylock gave them the advantage on a 3-point shot just a moment ago.
Mookie Blaylock on a broken play gets up but stops. BJ thought he was going to penetrate on, and you see Craig Elo on the bench raising the hand.
Mookie shoots almost as many times from beyond the 3-point line as he does from inside it.
Last night they took 70 shots. 25 of them were from the outside. 35% of their field goal attempts were from the outside, and that's what they normally do.
Tell you what, last night they dug themselves a hole, Red. They had just 28 first-half points last night, did the Atlanta Hawks in Cleveland. Blaylock completes the 3-point play.
4-point play.
I think at 4, you're right. Bulls trailing. Jordan on the fade. Nicely done. 5 for Michael. Hawks come right back. We're tied at 14. This is Mookie Blaylock. The plastic man, Stacey Ogman. Smith banging the boards. Long kept it alive. Lang had it stripped out of bounds, and Lang touched it last.
Michaels knocked it off of Lang's leg, but the Bulls cannot get the rebound again. A lot of shots up there, taps. Bulls are, you got either one or the other. You can't get a block the guy out, so he can't get it. Yes. Take a man out of the play.
Tony Kukoc.
Tony, nice move down the middle. He's got 8 big first quarter points.
Kukoc looking very sharp, giving Chicago a 2-point lead. Almost halfway through. Kukoc 4 out of 5 from the field. We are first quarter in Atlanta. This is Steve Smith. Gets a screen from Grant Long. Now to Long against Jordan on the post. No, but a foul. Michael picks it up. It's his first and the third on the team. A reminder on Thursday, March 30th, when the Bulls battle the Celtics at Sears Brand Central Fanny Pack Night. First 10,000 fans entering United Center receive a Bulls Fanny Pack, compliments of Sears Brand Central. 2 shots coming up at the line for Grant Long. Long gives this ball club, Red, 11 points. He shoots almost 50% from the field, 75% from the line, and 7 rebounds a game.
Yet I'm talking to a guy here that's on the inside of the Hawks, and they said the Hawks need a power forward. I said, well, and a shooting guard. And I said, well, we got our shooting guard. which we were looking for. We're looking for the power forward. I said Grant Long does a pretty good job, I think.
I think he does an excellent job. I've been telling people down here, boys, you put Grant Long on the Bulls today, Red, and they can make a legitimate run of the championship. Kukoc. Here's Scottie Pippen. But of course, the challenge for the coaching staff will be to find a power forward type who can carry the mail. Tony drew contact, didn't get the shot, but does get the foul.
Well, I'll tell you, the Bulls had that thing spread that time. Tony got the ball down low. Pippen was on the opposite side in a three, waving his hand. The man had to keep him honest. They had to stay with Michael and BJ, so Tony was free to operate down the middle, and he drew the foul.
Grant Long is the man they charge with the foul, his second, fourth on the team. Tony at the line, hits on his first. He's got 9 points already in this first quarter.
So Kenny Norman comes in the game now, and let's see if that'll put Stacey Augmon, well, he will be at the small forward. Kenny now playing that power forward spot. He likes to play the small forward. Michael on the runway, but
no need.
Steve Smith grabbed him by the jersey.
The gate had closed.
Right.
Smith. Oh, nice move along the baseline. And now Steve rotates back outside. Picked up by Tony Kukoc. Smith from long range hits it for two. Smith has been struggling, shooting just 37% from the field over his last 9 games. Kukoc on the block against Ken.
Yes!
Edmond. Yes, and a foul. Whoa, wait a minute. No basket. Woody Mayfield goes the other way with an offensive foul. Kukoc, his first personal foul.
But Tony went to the middle and he bounced back. Watch him come to the middle here and then bounce back to the other side. Up he goes, and Kenny Norman takes the blow.
And Norman sold that move. There's no doubt about that. Smith again, this time short. Armstrong. Luke Longley. Blocked on the play by Lang. Here comes Augmon.
Norman wants to try to take Michael down low here.
Smith over the top to Norman, who mishandles out of play.
That's the way to play him. Michael played in front. You notice most of the other players go right behind. He played in front. That's got to be a perfect pass over the top. And guess what? You can't make a perfect pass when you got a guy playing like that.
Coming up on 4 minutes to go, first quarter. Here's Jordan. Michael 2 out of 3 from the field. B.J. Armstrong from the arc. Smith the rebound. A long lead for Norman. He had 6 3-pointers in Chicago 10 nights ago. Not that time. Long lead to Jordan. Bulls on the run. They have numbers. Michael.
Oh, nice running the lane. That's what you'll get out of it. Tony with 12 big first quarter points.
Michael, a nice hesitation on that pass, Red, and allowed Kukoc to go all the way to the baseline before he delivered the pass.
Nobody there.
Smith again on the tap. This time Longley clears. 3.5 to go, first quarter. Jordan against Blaylock. Michael. Augmon the rebound. Stacey Augmon on the wing. Mookie Blaylock sets it up. Andrew Lang. Over the big guy, and Lang connecting. He has 4. And Atlanta and the Bulls are tied at 20. Both teams played last night. Atlanta lost a 1.75-74 game in Cleveland, and we've got a timeout of the floor. 7th tie of the ball game at 20 apiece. Comes with 2:50 to go, first quarter. On Saturday, April 1st, when the Bulls battle the 76ers, it's Iron Kids Bread Growth Chart Night. First 10,000 fans entering the United Center will receive a Bulls growth chart, compliments of Iron Kids Bread. Let's pause here for station identification. Wayne Larrabee, Johnny Red Kerr as we resume in Atlanta. Scottie Pippen to Pete Myers. Myers and B.J. Armstrong in the backcourt.
Nice little jumper by Luke Longley, taking it to the middle over the top of Lang. So we talked about Krzyzkowiak, maybe can give them a little bit of what they need. They're going to see. Krzyzko played in Boston, got in late in the game after coming off the injured list.
Blaylock off a screen by Lang. Lang to the right hand. The tip by Augmin. 8 points for Stacey Augmin. Tied at 22. Krzyzkowiak up high. Here's Scottie Pippen.
2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining.
Armstrong penetrates. Scottie the rebound.
Didn't hit the rim yet. No, there is goaltend off the glass.
Goaltending on Kenny Norman. Score the field goal for Pip.
I don't know if the ball hit the glass, but Pip takes it on up, throws it in, and Kenny Norman reached up over the rim, knocked it out. Pip with 5 points.
Offensive rebounds. Atlanta has 5 already in the ball game tonight.
3 more quarters to go. If you put that out, that's 20, huh?
Yep. Andrew Lang. Pass out to Corbin. 5 to go on the shot clock, Atlanta. Augmin on the turnover. Myers, and Pete brought him down. The personal foul on Myers.
Well, you got him down to 1 second on the clock. You got a guy taking a jump shot you want to take 15 feet from the basket. Pete gives him a foul. So he'll put him to the line to shoot 2. You can't block every shot in this game. If you get in front of guys, get your hands up, make a guy shoot over you, especially when the clock is running out.
Augmin averages 12 points a game, 4 rebounds against the Bulls this season. As I mentioned, he missed the last time these two teams played 10 nights ago due to injury. Enos Watley, a former Chicago Bull, is in the lineup for Atlanta. Augmin with 9. Under a minute 30 to go. And this the first quarter, and we're tied. Make that 10 for Augmin. Armstrong to Luke Longley. Had it poked away from behind by Augmin. 8 seconds to go on the shot clock. Scottie will inbound.
And he's going to come to get it. Come on, Luke, look for it.
Taking a while now, and it took
5
too much
seconds.
time.
Luke didn't look for the ball. He went to set a screen, had his head turned. If he turns, he gets to pass Scottie, steps in bounds, and he's got an easy basket. You get 6 seconds, you got 5 seconds out of bounds, and the Bulls turn it over. Got to be alert when you play this game.
Andrew Lang. Watley on the drive. Illegal defense, Chicago. It's the first illegal defensive call of the night against the Bulls. I believe it was against Scottie Pippen. Under a minute to go now in this first quarter. We're tied at 24. Norman to Augmin. Andrew Lang. Rebound, Luke Longley. Bulls up and running. Myers to Armstrong. BJ's first hoop of the night gives Chicago the lead as MJ watches. Be interesting to see the substitution pattern for both clubs. Both coaches going to their bench a little bit earlier tonight. Both teams played last night and traveled. Augmin. Norman from the arc. Armstrong picks off the rebound. The lead for Krzyzkowiak, misdirected by Watley, picked off by Norman. Bad pass to Watley, nearly stolen by Pippen. Norman gets it back. On the drive, Augmin to the left hand with a floater. Big first quarter for Stacey Augmin. He has 12.
Big first quarter for this team. They didn't score this many in the first half last night.
Well, they had 28 in the first half total last night. Now, Luke Longley on the inbounds. Krzyzkowiak comes back to get it. Here's B.J. Armstrong. He gets the step.
Two guys touched it over the rim, but it still falls through at .9, and that'll do it.
End of the first quarter in Atlanta. The Chicago Bulls take a 28-26 advantage over Lenny Wilkens and the Hawks. as we hit our first quarter break of the night. Michael Jordan and the Bulls return, leading by 2 at the end of 1 quarter as we get set for the second period. Take a look at the numbers in this first quarter of play. Bulls shot very well from the field. Rebounding edge belonged to the Hawks, including 6 to 3 on the offensive glass. Start of the second quarter. This is Longley, blocked away by Andrew Lang. Then Pete Myers cleans it up from the outside about 20 feet away. Bulls by 4. Norman off the mark. Here's Jordan. I'll tell you something. Kenny Norman does a lot of things to get you beat.
So does that guy. 7 for Jordan. Comes down in the fast break.
Yeah, but I don't mean it in the same context about Norman as you did about Jordan.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Different context, Red.
Yeah.
Norman, in effect, blew the game last night by taking a premature three-point shot with 7 seconds to go in Cleveland. Not the shot Lenny Wilkens wanted at all.
Well, what he did against Chicago, if you remember, hit his first 4 threes against us in that.
And then what was he, 2 of 8 the rest of the way or something like that? Jordan from the outside. Krzyzkowiak scrums it out.
Uh-oh, look at this. Hello, Steve. Where you been? Thank you.
Bring it.
Steve Kerr with 3. Number 2 man in the NBA for threes.
Let's see, hang on. Jake O'Donnell calling a timeout. Atlanta. Did they give?
Yes, he was 4 feet behind the line.
35-26. They give Steve Kerr 3 on that shot. The Bulls on top. On Thursday, March 30th, Bulls battle the Celtics. Sears Brand Central Fanny Pack Night. First 10,000 fans entering United Center. Receive a Bulls Fanny Pack. Compliments of Sears Brand Central.
Well, Krzyzkowiak's first offensive rebound here sets up a 3-pointer by Steve Kerr. Krzyzko comes in hard, gets the ball, fires it to Michael. Michael out to Steve. Look at that, Steve way back behind the line, up and nice 3.
All-time, there he is, Steve Kerr on top of the list. B.J. Armstrong among the all-time leaders as well. Bulls have played well recently and outscored Atlanta 11-2, including a 9-0 run during the last 2:28. Hawks on the attack. Bulls enjoy their largest lead of the night. This is Steve Smith against Pete Myers. Smith over the top. Smith shooting much better here tonight. But still not quite shooting what he should be. 2 of 7 tonight. He came in shooting less than 40%. Krzyzkowiak trying to force the issue to Longley. The Hawks would have none of it. Tyrone Corbin up and running.
Yeah,
Andrew Lang is down away from the play.
Hurt his knee.
And now they stop the action. An official's timeout.
20-second timeout called by the Hawks, and we'll see what happened here. Joe Toole, their trainer, out. He was running, trailing the play on the left side, and I don't know who he bumped with, but down he went.
So as they tend to Lang, let's take a look at what's on tap. Our next game on WGN will be next Saturday when the Bulls take on the Philadelphia 76ers and Sean Bradley at the United Center. Bullseye at 7, and the game at 7:30 Central Time here on WGN. Lang looks like he'll be all right. Boy, but he went down in a heap, and he stayed there.
Greg Anderson, Cadillac Anderson in for them. Mostly a rebounder. There's Ty Corbin with great years at DePaul and has moved around in this league and he's been a very valuable reserve. Mookie back.
See if we can set the Atlanta lineup for you. Corbin, Anderson, who has the ball right now, up front along with Norman, and then of course you've got Steve Smith in the backcourt with Blaylock. Smith off the mark there. Krzyzkowiak the rebound. Smith is going to make a liar out of me before tonight is over. Kerr to Myers. Cadillac the rebound. Anderson for Atlanta. Bulls leading by 7. We are second quarter. Mookie Blaylock penetrates. Loose ball foul coming up on the Chicago Bulls. Loose ball foul is called. It's going to be
on Krzyzkowiak.
Yep. That's the first on the team here in the second quarter.
You heard a voice out there, Jimmy. Clark, Clark, did you hear? Did he help you with that call?
Yeah. Smith. Corbin from the outside. Corbin's first from the field, and Atlanta now is drawn back to within 5 after trailing by 9 earlier. Kerr gets a screen from Jordan. Nicely done. Kerr with 5 points off the bench.
He didn't get a chance too much last night in the game, but in Boston he had 9 points in the first quarter. He did a good job.
Kenny Norman right around. Larry Krzyzkowiak lonely erases the shot. Says not in this neighborhood.
He said good help, and Kenny Norman did a lot of work trying to get Crisco underneath the basket. Crisco leaves his feet, and here comes Luke. He said, thanks, mate.
Mookie Blaylock out front, 10 to go on the shot clock, Atlanta. Norman for 3 and a deep 3. As I mentioned, he had 6 of them in Chicago.
We're all the way through the season, and I'll say it one more time. It's too cheap a shot to have in the NBA.
Kerr. Pete Myers. Rebounded by Corbin. Blaylock on the run. Pulled over Steve Kerr, and we got a foul coming up.
Turnover, offensive foul.
I thought it should have been a foul, at least on the offensive foul, but it is not. They're just calling it a turnover. See if we can pick it up. Steve Kerr took the brunt of this.
Yeah, looked like he was taking an offensive foul here.
There he is. He's set. Boom.
He just threw it out of bounds. So
Yep.
Pip back in the game here for Crisco. Crisco got a little bit of play.
Atlanta's been on a 7-2 run to get back into this one, trailing by just 4. Longley double teamed immediately, kicks it right back to Pete Myers. 5 to go on the shot clock. Luke to the fall away.
Yo-lo! Rainmaker. Took Longley to beat the clock. That was the big thing. There was 2 seconds on the clock. He faded to the middle. Watch this. He goes Greg Anderson on him. He takes the big step and he gets a little push before he takes off. So Anderson picks up his first foul and Luke will be up to shoot. Watch this. There's the push. 1, 2. Floats it in. Nice job, Luke.
A look at the log for Luke Longley this season. He's done a good job of the free throw line, Johnny, hitting over 80% of his foul shots.
You got 2 of the centers that are one of the better shooters, Bill Wennington and Luke Longley. Don't get there a lot, but boy, you put those guys up there and they can knock them down for you.
Yeah, Longley came in 81%, Wennington's 82. Smith from deep, there it is. 3-pointer for Steve Smith, his first of the night. He has 7 points of the game. Jordan. Scottie Pippen the rebound.
Get out of the way, Pip. 3 seconds.
Steve Kerr has to save. 10 to go on the shot clock.
Everybody
fell out of real estate.
Pip fell out of bounds underneath. Steve almost fell out of bounds there. They're saying, what's going on? These guys giving us a push. There's Pip.
Oh, it's just like the court is moving on him.
There's a hand on him to push him out.
There it is.
Yep. Camera work by our crew here in Atlanta.
Under 7 minutes to go. Offensive foul
Cadillac.
coming up. On the screen, set by Cadillac Anderson. You're right, his second.
Ronnie Harper gets the jacket off. Let's see who he's going to come in for here. He's going to come in for Pete.
Chicago substitution.
Pete Myers.
So the changes are made. Harp is on for the first time tonight. Steve Kerr on the wing. From the outside over Norman. Longley chases it down.
Pip, hello, Thunder. No, thought he was going to thunder that one down. Pip with 7 points, his first deuce in this quarter.
Harper, nice look to Scottie Pippen. The Bulls lead again is 6. Their biggest advantage was 9 points earlier in this second quarter. Blaylock isolated against Steve Kerr. Smith at the arc. Smith followed his shot, but Harper was there.
Watch
to
it
corral.
behind you, Harp. Uh-oh, Steve, you looking?
Harper to Pippen.
Pip rolled that one in. He's got two of those little curls, 9 for Pip. The Bulls on a pretty good run here, down by 8, now 44-36.
Mookie Blaylock looking for room. Ty Corbin, another long shot. Corbin follows it. Longley blocks it. Knocked away from Cadillac Anderson by Pippen. Jordan to Scottie. To MJ.
Oh, the extension, the crowd on their feet, looking for a poster play. They just got it. 9 for MJ.
Whew. Listen to the ovation. I mean, that's what they came to see. Timeout, Atlanta.
And just a reminder that coming up at halftime, I'll have an interview with the Bulls assistant coach Jimmy Clemens, and Rich King is going to be live in Chicago with some NCAA highlights. And you'll also get a chance to see some great plays just like this one.
Take a look at it. Scottie Pippen sets up Michael Jordan. Nice to see that type of thing again.
And that's what everybody here was waiting for and looking for, and that gives the Bulls a 10-point lead.
Michael in 15 minutes, shooting 50% tonight. Backcourt, matter of fact, Jordan and BJ, 13 points between them on 6 of 13 shooting from the field in the Atlanta backcourt. Mookie and Steve Smith, 11 points on 4 of 13 shooting from the field.
Don't forget to put in the 5 by Steve Kerr and 2 by Pete Myers, and that's pretty good scoring in it.
This quarter, the Bulls doing a good job. Atlanta struggling, 4 out of 12. At 25%.
On the baseline, looked like Ron Harper reached over and grabbed, who was it, Ogman? Yes.
Yep, Harper gets called for the foul, his first, second on the team.
The team second.
Well, the Bulls can certainly put some excitement in the building. I mean, here you are, the visiting team, and Michael comes down and stuffs it, and you saw all the flash bulbs going off at the same time as they all came to their feet, and that's what they came back to see this guy do, his high wire acrobatics. Only he can do.
Ogman sets it up for Atlanta. Coming up on 5 minutes to go, second quarter. Smith elevates for 3. His second tray of the night. He has 10 points in this first half. Michael sets it up for the Bulls. Chicago leading by 7. Michael, quick touch pass, Steve Kerr. Tried to feed Luke Longley, and what do we have? Woody Mayfield's got a foul. Ty Corbin's bumped him.
Streaking away. Looked like Steve had the layup here on the side and one extra pass underneath, but they take the foul. Steve was surprised to get that low. Michael got the pass, threw it out to Steve. Steve took the drive, went underneath, and tried to lay it down here to Luke, and then reaching in the foul, and B.J. Armstrong is in for Steve.
Harper and Armstrong, the backcourt. Pippen, Jordan, and Longley.
Looking at a 3, Mike. What do you got?
Harper. Ogman rips down the rebound. Blaylock on the move. Smith jumped at by MJ. Smith, they isolate. Double team from Pippen. Ogman on the perimeter. Blaylock for 3. With 1 second to go on the shot clock, Mookie Blaylock nails a tray. He has 7.
They got 4 threes in his quarter, not many deuces.
Their last 4 field goals have been 3-pointers. Oh, Jordan, a good pass to Longley who mishandled.
Well, the Bulls had a 10-point lead. They pulled around here a little bit. Now it's 4, down to 3:46.
Ogman.
See, the perfect rhythm for the Atlanta Hawks is an up-and-down game. Last night, hold the ball, take a long look at it. 1 for 11 for Steve Smith. They can't handle a very slow-down game. Got to be in an up-tempo game.
8-0 run by Atlanta. Longley unable to connect, and Augment another rebound.
Well, they dissipate a 10-point lead here. It's down to 2. Let's see if they take a lead on this one.
Smith for 3. Pippen up high. And it's slapped away from behind. Corbin feeds Blaylock for 3. Andrew Lang the rebound. It ties the game, and he'll go to the line.
Well, there's a foul on Pip. They fool around a little bit. They do give up the lead. 10 points gone in a hurry here, and here's the rebound. Pip gets the ball, and then they try a long shot from the corner. It's not there, but Lang on a rebound picks it up, takes and puts it in. Pip on the foul, and we got a timeout.
3:06 left to be played in this second quarter in Atlanta. Scottie Pippen of the Bulls. 10-point lead has gone away. On Sunday, April 16th, the Bulls battle the Knicks. It's Light Ice Mug Night. First 10,000 fans, 21 and older, entering the United Center will receive a Bulls mug, compliments of Light Ice.
Here's a look at it again. The ball comes off the side. Lang grabs the rebound, one hand. He goes up strong. Pip comes from the other side, puts the foul on him. So a chance to take the lead with 3:06. And we hear Queen, we will rock you. And boy, are they rocking the Bulls.
The offensive rebounding. Now, again, part of it is because Atlanta is shooting 40%, but nonetheless, what bothers Phil Jackson are the number of offensive rebounds the opposition has been getting in recent games. And the Hawks are off to a pretty fine start. You know, the Magic had 22 offensive rebounds last night, and that was the major difference in the ball game between the two teams at the United Center. .306 left to go in the first half, and Atlanta takes the lead. This is what they did the first 6.5 of the quarter, the last 2:30. Shot, what, 33% in the first 6:30 and 4 out of 6. Pretty big improvement. And that 4 out of 6, Red, includes 3-point field goals. Yep, a couple of them in there. Pippen. Jordan with 8 to go on the shot clock.
Way off.
Smith got a piece of it, I believe, Red.
Yeah, way off. You got to take it to the hole now. Mike doesn't have that outside shot going. Now the crowd chides him a little bit.
Stacey Augment. Will Perdue misdirected that pass or shot. Jordan to Pippen. Oh, and it wouldn't go. Off the heel of the rim, and Blaylock back the other way. Smith for 3. Ring it up.
They got a full house crowd and quite a show being put on here. Now that's a third 3 by Steve Smith in this quarter. He's got 13.
Atlanta's biggest lead of the night is 4.
He was 2 for 7 coming into this quarter. Pip misses
on the run, didn't finish that. Augment. Once again, Blaylock for 3. Ring it. They are raining from the arc on the Bulls, and Phil Jackson is up off the bench. Atlanta with a 7-point lead. Under 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Will Perdue slapped by Smith, got a foul.
It'll be a 2-shot foul. It is on Smith, his second. Steve Smith will take a look at his 3-pointer. Up it goes. Bulls led 46-36. And they put, what, 17 points on the board. And here comes Mookie down in the corner. He gets a little look at it, and he puts it up and through. Mookie's got 3 3-pointers.
Atlanta doing the job from the arc in this quarter as Will Perdue puts it out his first at the line.
Finally stopped a run of 17 in a row.
6 3-point field goals in this quarter for Atlanta. And those 2 free throws by Will Perdue snap a 17-0 advantage, as you mentioned, a 17-0 run by Atlanta. That's over and back. Blaylock crossed the midcourt stripe and then turned around, came back.
Mookie Blaylock was great. He was walking after Jimmy Guy. He says, excuse me. You're not going to get a technical say in that, are you? You're going to turn around and get an explanation.
It always helps if you're polite, right?
Yep.
Minute 30 to go, first half.
Offensive foul on Will Perdue, so they turn it over again. The first one on Will.
From the outside, Atlanta is living large. And the Bulls have cooled off. Pippen's had a couple of shots right at the rim that haven't gone for him. Chicago's last field goal was at the 5:24 mark of this quarter. We have 1:14 to go. Blaylock, nice look, long, denied by Perdue, but fouled. Second on Will.
This game is going just like the visitors like. Standing room crowd only. Come to see Michael. Let Michael do his thing, but let my team win.
Yeah.
And that's what's happened here tonight. 53-48. Long steps to the line. He had a basket, 2 free throws in the first quarter. We'll try again.
It is strange, Fred, on the road when you're with a Michael Jordan team, because every time he scores, they applaud. And, of course, they cheer for their team. And there's a very strange feeling in the air in that regard, and that you almost don't know who the home crowd is rooting for.
Michael has a tendency to wake sleeping dogs, too. I mean, you get guys that haven't done anything all year, and they got that crowd. He pumps them up, so you're going to get a good performance from those guys.
Kukoc on the block, 10 to go on the shot clock. To the left hand, and Tony finishes.
Tony had a good 12-point first quarter, 14 in the game. Long down.
Ogman from Blaylock.
They don't get back. Blaylock with Ogman with 16.
7-point lead, Atlanta. Final minute, second quarter. Tony Kukoc. Bumping Grant Long. Will Perdue couldn't handle the rebound. Blaylock does, and he's on the run. Ogman had it broken up by Armstrong momentarily. Smith at the arc for three.
Wow, are they on here tonight to the threes? Fourth three-pointer in this quarter, 16 in the game for Steve.
Biggest lead of the night for Atlanta is 10 points. Final seconds ticking away. Atlanta had just 28 points in the first half, as I reported earlier at Cleveland. Pippen draws the foul here. Foul is on Stacey Ogman. It is his second. Pippen is heading to the free throw line. So
yeah, they like the fast lane. This club likes the fast lane. They get in the rhythm, they pump it up, they shoot it up. Slow it down with them, and they really struggle.
That's what makes Atlanta, and it was like that to an extent last year as well, Red. That's what makes them a liability come playoff time, because in the playoffs you are forced to play, at least in the Eastern Conference, pretty much on the half court. Corey Blunt in the game for the first time tonight, along with Ron Harper, number 9. He's back for the second time. Bulls now have Will Perdue coming off. So it is Jordan, Pippen, Armstrong, Harper, and Corey Blunt on the floor for the Bulls. 2.1 seconds remain in this first half. Pippen's second free throw is short. Back tapped on the plate, chased down by Scottie, and time expires in this first half. So the Bulls, a shaky finish to the first half. Michael Jordan had 9 for Chicago. Pippen was high point man of 10, along with Tony Kukoc. He had 14, but the Hawks got 16 from Ogman and Smith. And a strong finish for Atlanta. Gives the Hawks a 60-51 advantage. Coming up next, Rich King back at our studios for the WGN Sports Report. Back in Atlanta, a shaky final 5 minutes of the first half. The Bulls saw a 10-point lead dissipate, and now they're looking up at the Atlanta Hawks here at halftime. Wayne Larrabee, Johnny Red Curran. Red, again, gets around to perimeter defense. The Hawks had their way at the arc.
They did. They really did. Let's take a look, though, at the highlights here in the first half. First one, we'll see Scottie Pippen coming to the middle. Tony Kukoc filling the lane. There's a little opening. He goes in. Grant Long says, I don't want a part of this. Tony slams it on down. And here's a good one with Mookie running the fast break. The ball shoots over to Stacey Ogman, and he gets a couple of his from the outside. Not a normal thing for him. Michael Jordan, a little pass from Scottie Pippen, and guess what? He elevates. Boom, power slam on down. The guy that was really hot, though, Mookie Blaylock, in the first half, he knocked in another 3. But the guy that really put it all together with 14 points in the second quarter was Steve Smith, long range.
And those are the highlights of the first half. Let's swing it over to Robert Jordan with Bulls assistant Jim Clemens. Robert?
That's right, with the Bulls trailing by 9 and Michael not having the best of evening and their rebounding being a problem and also the fast break not working, we want to talk with Bulls assistant coach Jimmy Clemens. What seems to be the problem?
Well, everything that you mentioned, plus the fact that they made 8 out of 15 3-points. So that's 24 points we've given up from the three-point line. So we've got to do a better job and we've just become more cohesive in what we need to do as a unit the second half.
Anything said inside about Michael being a little flat?
No, that'll take care of itself. The guys, we just need to play a little bit better and take care of our three-point line and do a better job on the boards.
All right, they seem pretty loose tonight, though.
Well, we're okay. They lost last night also up in Cleveland, so this is a big game for us. So we have to start playing like it's a big game.
Okay, Jimmy, thanks
All right.
very much.
All right.
So Jimmy's saying that the Bulls are going to come out and concentrate a little harder on being a little looser and trying to get some of these balls to fall for them.
All right, thank you very much, Robert. Montgomery Ward, leading scorers. Tony Kukoc, Scottie Pippen in double figures. Jordan almost there. Augment, Smith, and Blaylock. And boy, I tell you, Steve Smith did the job from the outside big time. 4 of 7 from three-point range. And Mookie Blaylock 3 of 5 from the arc. Look at the numbers. The Bulls overall shot better than the Hawks, but the free throws Atlanta didn't miss. And from the arc, it was raining down threes at one point in that first half, and raining all over the Bulls.
It's obvious that the Bulls are running in a situation where every team wants to run the 2-guard off of screens and keep Michael busy, and that's what they've done. They've taken him right off of screens, and MJ opens up with a little quick jumper.
The 11 for Jordan to start the second half. Bulls trail by 7. Blaylock guarded by Armstrong. Andrew Lang. And we've got a foul down low as they collapse down him. Scottie Pippen reaching in, picks up his 3rd personal. That's the first on the team. Scottie in a little bit of foul trouble. Atlanta on offense. The plastic man against Pip.
3 seconds.
Yeah,
Isn't
should
long
be.
time
Grant Long was there. Grant Long and really Andrew Lang could have been on him as well. So the Bulls off of that turnover get it back. Look what the Bulls did in that first quarter. 20 percentage points off in the second. Atlanta almost exactly the opposite. 10 to go on the shot clock. Armstrong clears. Grant Long the rebound. Long with 6 rebounds now in the game. Smith out front. Long on the block against Jordan.
Oh, where's that?
Lang stopped by Purdue and a foul.
Boy, he galloped over there on the side. Grant Long, watch him take a big step here, though. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he gives it over on the side to Lang. Lang will shoot 2 free throws.
That foul on Will Purdue is his 3rd, his 2nd on the team in this 3rd quarter. Andrew Lang at the line. Fred, we mentioned that over his career he has struggled to the free throw line. He does have a bit of an unorthodox delivery. But, you know, he's only missed 24 free throws all season. He's made 121 out of 145, including tonight's 2-for-2 performance. Nine for Andrew Lang. Atlanta back on top by 9 points. Kukoc to Jordan. Tony to B.J. Armstrong. 10 to go on the shot clock. This is Scottie Pippen. Steps away from Lang. Long the rebound and a foul coming up on Will Purdue. It's his 4th. Purdue got involved in a little hooking match down low, and he got called for the foul.
The Bulls just can't seem to come up with a rebound that doesn't bounce straight up in the air to these guys. And you said Will with his 4th.
Blaylock backing Armstrong. Grant Long on the block against Kukoc. Double team from Purdue. Long, no, but a foul.
That's 3 trips down, 3 fouls.
Yes, it is. Tony picks up his second, 4th on the team. Take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Chicago Bulls. To New York on Tuesday, then Boston on Thursday. We've got the game against Philadelphia at the United Center on Saturday, and at New Jersey, another WGN game on Wednesday, the 5th of April.
So 4 team fouls, and you don't have 2 minutes gone in the 3rd quarter. 10:06 left. Bulls now, every time that they do foul a guy, they'll put him to the line for 2 free throws.
Atlanta 13 of 13 at the free throw line.
Now you don't have to stay out at that 3-point arc.
That's the first miss from the line tonight by Atlanta. 2 minutes gone by 3rd quarter. Bulls are trailing by 10. Bulls had a 10-point lead about midway through 2nd quarter. Jordan goes to work. Will Perdue banging the rebound. Augman kept that alive, tipping it away from Pippen. This is Steve Smith.
He wants PJ one-on-one. Get out, get out, get out, they holler. Mookie, watch it. Michael cheats. Mookie's open.
Smith. And Tony Kukoc the rebound. Armstrong. Here's Michael. Finds Pippen. Blocked by Lang. Knocked out of bounds. 10 to go on the shot clock for the Bulls. 3rd block of the game for Atlanta.
Lang says, White, get out of here. That's a 3rd block by Lang.
Jordan. 5 to go. Down to 4. Michael from the outside. Lang in for the rebound. Mookie Blaylock. Blaylock, nice dish to Lang for the chip shot. Atlanta now starting to hit on all cylinders, and the lead is 12. Jordan 5 of 12 from the field so far tonight. Scottie out high. 8 to go on the shot clock. Michael gets the step to the lane. Oh, nice move.
And that was vintage Jordan going hard to the hoop, changing on the way to get it. He's got to take it to the hoop. He's only got, I think he's only got 1 out of about 13 from long range.
Smith picked up by Michael. Smith backing in. Nearly lost the handle on it. Grant Long banging away at the boards. Just hard work. Smith, his pass off the mark. Chased down by Andrew Lang. It's an over and back violation. Bulls basketball. Take a look at what Red Kerr calls vintage Jordan.
Here he is, tongue out. Show, pull it down, in between arms. I like it.
You've got to have the tongue action, though, there for it to be vintage. And
here's another angle
Michael
coming
has
right into your living room.
A little shake and bake with that basketball and then go up off the glass.
Bulls still down by 10.
A triangle to the left. Into the post and Kukoc. 10 to go on the shot clock. Michael flashes up high. Jordan has 15. He's hit his last 2 shots. And the Bulls down by 8. Mookie Blaylock against B.J. Armstrong. Augman is trying to seal Jordan down low, and he does. But now Kukoc runs at him. Grant Long, good ball movement by the Hawks. Steve Smith penetrates a bit. And throws it away, Tony Kukoc. Rotating back defensively. Here's Scottie Pippen on the drive. Scottie's been to the rim a couple of times tonight. Actually 3 times and not been able to finish. It'll belong to Chicago. The ball knocked out of bounds by Atlanta. The log on Jordan tonight, much improved from the field over last night. Jordan off the screen by Perdue. Nicely done. 17 for Jordan. He's hit his last 3 in a row. Chicago trailing by 6. This is Blaylock off the screen by Lang. Grant Long right down the lane, lost the handle on it. Lang picks up And now Pippen comes up with a loose deflection. Armstrong, Kukoc on the trail for the jam. 8-0 run by the Bulls. Timeout Atlanta. Armstrong's 15th and 16th points bring the Bulls back to within 4, 65-61.
How do you say competitor and how do you spell competitor? Maybe you spell it with numbers, 45. A little tiny screen from Will Perdue. Go to your left, spin around the back, shake your man, and bake him. Do you like that, Mike? What do you think? You going to get on your teammates now to get going? Let's go. And they have made a comeback here.
Jordan in this quarter has really heated up. I misspoke on our way out to that last commercial break, that last time out, saying that B.J. Armstrong was clearly Tony Kukoc on the drive to the bucket that brought the Bulls close to the Hawks, 4 points down, 16 points for Tony Kukoc. Hawks set up offensively. Blaylock out front. Quick release at the arc. That's a 2. Mookie with 12. Hawks by 6. Jordan. 19 for MJ.
Starting to string him. He's got 5 hoops in this quarter.
5 out of 7, 10 points. 4-point lead Atlanta. Stacey Augmon.
Offensive foul, yes sir. Long backed in. Picks up his 3rd foul. Not a team foul, but it's a turnover.
So 5:46 to go for the 3rd, and the Bulls making a run here after trailing by 10 earlier in the quarter. Armstrong, Pippen, Jordan, Kukoc, Perdue on the floor for Chicago. Michael has played all but 3 minutes of this ball game. Whistle off the ball. See what Jim Clark's got.
Number 8.
He's got a foul. Yeah, coming up on Steve Smith. It's his 3rd. It's only the 1st on the team. Let's pause for station identification. Tony's pass down low to Scottie Pippen. Miscommunication there. And it'll belong to Atlanta off the turnover. Tony looked a little confused there on that shot as he backpedaled.
He tried to throw that over the top to Pip, and Stacey Augmon guessed right. Bulls steal it.
Steal down low on an errant pass. Perdue picked up. Here's Kukoc. Scottie for 3. Ring it up.
Oh, look at them all going. Bulls showing some great defense now. Pip winds up with a 3. He's got 13 points, and the Bulls now down by 1.
It wasn't long, just a couple of minutes ago. They were down by 10. Blaylock shakes loose baseline. Tough pass long. Scored on a foul.
Beautiful screen roll. Grant Long down the lane. A 5th foul on Will Perdue. Watch this one. There he goes down the baseline. Grant Long takes it on in. 9 for Grant Long. Here's another angle of it. There's the drop. Beautifully done. So Luke Longley comes in the game. 9 assists for Blaylock to go along with his great outside shooting.
And Long makes good on the free throw. He has 12 points in the game. Chicago on a 13-5 run in the last 8:35 of the contest. Pippen gets baseline. 15 for Scottie. 2-point lead.
Well, this is the big 3 show here. 1 basket by Kukoc, 2 by Pippen, and 5 by Jordan this quarter.
Augmon pounded by Kukoc.
Back off him, Tony.
Augmon pulls up.
That's it.
Scottie Pippen out of the backcourt.
Pip with a 3.
Kukoc tried to keep it alive and tipped it out of bounds. Tony arguing in animated fashion with Jim Clark. He thought it was last touched by Atlanta. Hawks set it up, leading by 2. We've got a ball game brewing now. Stacey Augmon against Scottie Pippen. Pippen comes up with a deflection. No, Augmon's long arms reach it.
Boy, they had a beautiful 3-on-2 fast break going too, and he couldn't control it.
Lang, make that long on the jumper. Grant Long has 14. Wouldn't he look good in a Bulls uniform?
Can't talk about that.
Oh, that's right. Well, you and I can. The Bulls can't.
Can't talk about anything until they get a new bargaining
That's
agreement,
right.
I guess.
Jordan, a rare miss in this quarter for him. Scottie Pippen, a rare offensive rebound for the Bulls. Pip on the drive, foul coming up. Collapsed upon, Blaylock reaching in, and also Grant Long, and Long is the man who gets called for the foul, his 4th, second of the team. Break in the action, 2:58 to go for the 3rd. Atlanta leading, but by just 4. Here's your chance to own a piece of the floor upon which Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls won 3 consecutive NBA World Championships in Chicago Stadium. Pieces of the floor are available for as little as $99. May be purchased by calling 1-800-290-9000. Before the timeout, the foul not on Grant Long, but on Tyrone Corbin. On Corbin, his 2nd personal foul. Long still has 3 personal fouls. Michael Jordan has had a good 3rd quarter. He has 5 from the field, 10 points in the 3rd quarter, 19 for the game. The Bulls trail by just 4. They were down by double digits earlier in the period.
Scottie Pippen, who's split 4 free throw, makes the first. He's got 16.
Bulls in the quarter, 8 of 16 from the floor. Jordan, 5 of 8 himself. 17 for Pippen. Atlanta by 2. Grant Long over Longley.
Oh, offensive goaltending. Defensive goaltending. I thought it was offensive goaltending.
Take a look at it, Red.
There it goes up. Shot goes up.
And that's Scottie Pippen
That's
up there.
Pippen, yeah. Pippen and Augmon, but you're right.
16 for Grant Long now. Atlanta by 4. Jordan. 8 to go on the shot clock. MJ on the money again. Has 21. He's getting a little more elevation in his jump shot tonight.
Nilo's sitting on the bench.
Andrew Lang. Mookie Blaylock out front. Coming up on 2 minutes to go in the quarter. This is Augmon on the fade, and he was fouled.
Luke Long, the NFL.
Yes.
Chicago foul charge to number 13, Luke Longley.
First on Longley, team is over the limit. Miller Lite scoreboard tonight in the NBA. Indiana's been red hot, they lead in the 3rd. Miami ahead of Jersey in the 3rd. Also 3rd quarter, Charlotte leading Cleveland. Boston in the 3rd on top of Detroit. In the 1st, Milwaukee over San Antonio. 2nd quarter, Dallas leading Utah. A later start for the Knicks on the coast against the LA Clippers. Scottie Pippen bleeding.
He's been trying to walk away from Jimmy Clark. Said, I'm okay, it stopped. Jimmy said, make sure it stopped. And that's like I said last time. Why do they let guys walk around with blood on all over him in boxing? The guy gets a scratch here, he can't play.
First free throw is good by Augmon.
Chicago substitution, number 9, Ron Harper.
This is where Scottie may have hurt his arm, his forearm, on the drive to the basket. Got up on that rim.
Yeah.
Watch the reaction here. Yep, there it is. Takes a look at it. It looks like his hand. Augmon makes a pair at the line, and Atlanta's lead is 4. 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Jordan was held on the drive. They will wipe out the basket. Stacey Augmon held him out front, his 3rd personal. That's the first in the last 2 minutes on Atlanta. So they had a foul to give, and a smart play by Augmon. Jordan was heading to the bucket. Michael.
Oh, man, he's doing it from long distance. 23. 14 points in this quarter.
Bulls trail by just 2. Mookie Blaylock out front. Gets by Armstrong on the drive. Nice move by Blaylock. He has 14.
This has turned into some game.
Yes, it has. Jordan on the drive. The dish for Kukoc. The block by Blaylock. It'll belong to Chicago. Knocked out of bounds. This has really heated up on both ends.
Bulls took a 10-point lead. They took one here. Let's see if Michael looks for the dummy play. Does he? No, they push him right off of it.
Minute 15 to go in the quarter. Jordan was fouled. No, but
he'll shoot 2.
He'll shoot 2 is right. Andrew Lang on the foul.
Lang's first, coming off the screen. Watch Lang come out here and try to grab him as Augment is picked by Luke, and then he just gives him a hand push. So Jordan to the line. First time tonight. He had a 3-pointer early in the game. He had a basket and a free throw, and this is his first time with a couple. Since then, he's got 24. And we've got a timeout. Is it a 20 or?
Lenny Wilkens.
Yes, 20-second timeout.
Team leads it by 3. A 20-second timeout, as you mentioned, for the Atlanta Hawks. We'll talk things over. Michael Jordan will be back to the line when we resume. Michael Jordan in this quarter alone, 70% from the field. And he has carried the Bulls, scoring 15 of their points in this quarter.
And this is what he's done against the guy that was active. There's Craig Elo sitting there. And, of course, when Elo was with Cleveland, Michael had some giant games, 69, 50, 50, 55. And everybody remembers the first shot he made against Cleveland. He also made another one to close him out in the series. And then there was another shot that John Paxson made against Phoenix. Now, Scottie sitting down here. A delay of game for each team coming out. Jake O'Donnell said they wouldn't come out. They both got a delay of game. How about that? Whistle. Scottie sitting down trying to get that little scratch to stop. Boy, yeah. Jake said they didn't come out. Delay, so you won't find that late in the game when you want to step in.
Michael's played 32 of the 35 minutes in this game. People wondering about the conditioning aspect. And MJ picked, as I mentioned at the open of the program, a busy week to come back with 4 games this week for the Bulls. Grant Long, and no man's land for him. Augment around Jordan. Oh, what a move! Did not go down.
Mike would like a 3 right here. How about it, Tony? Look at it.
Jordan steps off of the baseline.
27 for Michael. He knew exactly what Steve Smith did to him in the second quarter. Remember LeBradford Smith of Washington?
Yep.
Got 37 against him. And next night, Michael got 36 by halftime. He remembers it well.
Long in traffic, comes up short. Longley to Harper. Kukoc is ahead of the field. Here's Armstrong. Blocked by Blaylock and a foul. Mookie's first. BJ gets 2 at the line.
Bulls with a chance to take over the lead again. This has been some up-tempo game since they went on that real run, that 17-0 run to start the third quarter.
It's been a game of ebbs and flows, Red.
Yes, sir.
10-point lead for the Bulls, second quarter. 10-point lead for Atlanta in the third, and now the Bulls battling back. And BJ connects on his first 11-other. He is the best free throw shooter for Chicago. 8th overall in the NBA. 26.8 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
Scottie wanted to come in and then went back. I think
they're going to stay the whole. They'll stay the whole quarter the way it is.
So give Scottie a few extra minutes of rest. Now Scottie's back up again.
Yeah.
So Jim Clark looks at it and says, "What's the deal?"
Look at Scottie's right hand. Yeah. Look at that right. He's going to blow the whistle for Jimmy Clark. BJ with 2 free throws. Bulls with the lead.
80-78. Bulls trying a little trap in the backcourt. Blaylock gets it across. Slight difference, shot clock to game clock. About a 1-second difference as Steve Smith looks to go to work against Harper. Smith on the tip up over the backboard, and with 0.4 of a second remaining, it'll be Bulls basketball.
Phil says, put 2 seconds on the clock, so Woody Mayfield comes over and he says, wait a minute.
Woody talking with Jim Clark as Phil Jackson looks on.
Look at Scottie's hand. You talk about a little scratch he left to go to the bench with. That's a major bandage on that hand.
That could have an effect on your jumper, right?
0.4 of a second. Steve Kerr's going to go in. What are they going to do? Are they going to set it back with any time?
Going to give him 0.6 now, so they've set it back to 0.6.
Chicago substitution number 25.
Steve Kerr into the game, and Ron Harper leaves. So you've got Kerr, Armstrong, Pippen, Jordan on the floor, and Kukoc will inbound. Long lead for MJ. No!
Whoa, a catch and his shot. What excitement in that period, Wayne.
Michael Jordan has hit 7 of his last 9 shots from the field in this quarter, 8 of 11. And he has propelled the Bulls into a 2-point advantage as we head to the fourth.
I just spoke with Scottie Pippen on the bench a moment ago. With about 3 minutes left in the quarter, he was going in for a layup, and he hit his hand on the rim, and that sliced the heel of his right hand. He was on the bench. The trainers taped it up, and he seems like he's ready to go back in for some more action, but he did slice it there while he was underneath.
All right, thank you very much, Robert. Start of the fourth quarter, Andrew Lang barreling through the lane goes down, and Jim Clark's got a foul.
He said 13 pushed him. Phil said he looked like he stumbled and fell down as you look at the game summary.
Michael Jordan, big third period. Atlanta did not attempt a 3-point field goal in the third quarter after going 8 for 15 in the first half. All right, that Atlanta third quarter, Michael equaled their total output. As a matter of fact, he shot better from the field than the Hawks did in that third quarter. Kenny Norman is in the ball game now for Atlanta. Steve Smith raises up. Luke Longley the rebound. Bulls on top by 2. Early going fourth quarter. Steve Kerr to Michael Jordan. Harper out front. Around Corbin. Luke Longley cleans it up. 7 for Longley. Bulls by 4. Blaylock. Andrew Lang taken away by Ron Harper. Scottie Pippen finds Jordan at the arc for 3. No. Lang is there. Blaylock on the move.
You might have looked over that time at Steve Kerr.
Kenny Norman illegal defense,
second.
Bulls.
They'll shoot a free throw. That's the second one on them. Kenny says, Michael, you weren't going to stop me, were you?
So the Hawks will shoot a free throw here.
Played his high school ball under the name of Ken Collier. Kenny Norman.
Did he really?
Now, free throw missed by Steve Smith, member of Dream Team 2.
Smith, who earlier this year hit 42 consecutive free throws, but overall shoots at about 85% from the free throw line.
Michael pulling his pants and having some fun out there in the court. So it isn't all, but that's the competitor he is. He'll get you fooling around with him, and all of a sudden, bam, he'll just hit you with a haymaker. And
Smith picked up by Harper now on this strip, on the switch. Smith left that one short. Andrew Lang scrums it out down low, and he's clobbered by Luke Longley, the third personal on Longley, second on the team.
They can't come up with the ball. Michael had a little piece of it. He's very upset with himself that he didn't come away with that rebound.
You know, I'll tell you, Red, you've been talking about it this weekend. These 2 games we've seen, the Bulls get to a lot of balls, a lot of rebounds, it seems like, and a lot of loose balls, and they just haven't been able to put the clamps on them. And thus, the ball gets batted around in extra time, and all of a sudden the opposition's got it. Lang misses his first 11 other.
25th miss of the year for the young man, if I recall right.
Yes, you're right. Lang 11 points and 11 rebounds last night at Cleveland, along with 5 blocked shots. He has 3 blocked shots here tonight.
You watch Phil getting his rotation down, maybe heading towards the playoffs a little bit. He's not going to show you anything that they're going to do in the playoffs. You may think that they're doing some things that you'd like them not to do, but they're not going to show these other teams what they're doing.
Michael. Steve Kerr kicks it to Scottie Pippen for three. Tyrone Corbin the rebound. Jordan tried to pry it loose, and on the attempt, he's called for the foul. His second, third of the team. Mookie, Blaylock, Steve Smith, the backcourt, Tyrone Corbin, Ken Norman, Andrew Lang on the floor up front for Atlanta.
Well, the Bulls got in deep foul trouble early. 4 fouls with 10 minutes to play, and they still came out of it with the lead. Now they've got 3 here in a hurry. 10:01.
Kenny Norman. Here's Blaylock. He's 2 out of 3 from the field in the second half. 6 to go on the shot clock. Smith is 0 for 4 from the field, or rather make that Norman on the shot. Steve Kerr finds Harper. Bulls leading by 3. This is Pip. Kerr kicks it right back to Scottie for 3, and nope.
Bulls cannot capture one of those long missed threes. The Bulls not having a good 3 shooting night. But Pip is so much better when he takes all in one motion. Boom, collects and shoots, rather than having time to read Commissioner Stern's signature.
7 seconds to go on the shot clock. Andrew Lang over Longley. Pippen the rebound. Bulls on the run. They've got numbers. 3 on 2.
Yes! Oh, yes, and a foul on the play. Pip knew what was happening. He had Luke Longley running on his left. The man on his right. Michael Jordan powers it down. He's got 29. Watch this play. Here he goes. Michael goes up. Lang goes up with him. Picks up the foul. Jordan to the line. Wow. Andrew Lang on his second.
Only the first on Atlanta, but wow, Michael Jordan's taken off a couple of times here tonight. And he completes the three-point play as 30 in the game.
First trip to 30 this year.
And the Bulls, more importantly, lead by 6.
Lenny Wilkens has seen this before, but from Cleveland.
Gamble by Harper. Mookie Blaylock had an open shot. Bulls on an 11-1 run. Jordan to Harper. Blocked away by Smith on a foul.
Well, I'll tell you, you talk about happiness. This time, Pippen comes down with Michael and Harper. Michael comes out, signals that he needs a blow. Kukoc will come in for him. Michael, listen to the hand this guy gets now. Ronnie Harper will step to the line. Wow, what production here in the second half. He had 5 points in the first quarter. He had a couple baskets in the second for 9 at the halftime. He's got 30, fans.
Mookie Blaylock actually picked up a foul, although Steve Smith blocked the shot from behind. It was Blaylock in front who fouled Harper, and it's Mookie's second personal second on the team, and Harper missing the first of the line to try to collect himself and complete the second. Ken Norman the rebound. Blaylock. Right past Kerr. Mookie with 16. Bulls lead is 4. Coming up on 8 minutes to go. Longley. Norman the rebound. Kukoc knocked it away. Pass intended for Blaylock. Tony playing the passing lane. MJ gets a much-needed break here. They want to have him ready for the stretch run.
So Augment back in here now for Corbin.
8:11 left to go. Mookie Blaylock. This is Andrew Lang, and yep, traveling the call.
Nice move, but you got to put that ball down between.
Yeah, you can't just walk, right? Lenny Wilkens, another turnover. Frustrating second half for him thus far. The Bulls started their comeback with about 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. We're down by 10. Scottie. Pippen has missed a couple of tray attempts that were wide open. He stepped in closer for that one, and he has 19. Bulls by 6. Scottie 7 of 15 from the floor. Here's Blaylock at the elbow. On the block, Andrew Lang to the right hand. Nicely done. 12 for Lang, and Atlanta back to within 4. Both teams played last night. Both teams had to travel last night. Atlanta came back home from Cleveland. The Bulls came to the Omni from Chicago.
Offensive foul on Luke.
Luke Longley picks it up. It is his 4th personal foul.
Grabbed the jersey is what they said. Woody Mayfield said they had a mismatch down low, and the Bulls couldn't take advantage of it. Bill Wennington's going to get a chance to play a little bit here tonight.
On Saturday, April 1st, the Bulls battle the 76ers. It's Iron Kids Bread Growth Chart night. First 10,000 fans entering United Center will receive a Bulls Growth Chart compliments of Iron Kids Bread. Before Bill Wennington steps on the floor, timeout on the floor, and Chicago's lead is 4. Take a look at the comparison of Michael Jordan and Steve Smith. First half to second half. My goodness. Smith yet to scratch in the second half. Meanwhile, MJ ringing up Jordan-esque numbers. Atlanta 8 for 15 from the arc in the first half, 0 for 3 in the second half, and all 3 of those three-point attempts in the second half of the Hawks have come here in the 4th quarter.
Not surprising for the Bulls only have 15 assists. A lot of time Michael will do that on his own and doesn't need a lot of passing to get to him. So here we go, back to action. 7 minutes to play here in the last quarter.
Smith at the arc. We spoke too soon. 19 for Steve Smith. His first score since the second quarter.
5th three-point field goal tonight.
Tony finds MJ. 1-point ball game, favor of the Bulls. Kukoc at the arc for 3. And lots of air into that shot. Cadillac Anderson the rebound. Blaylock sets it up. Stacey Augmon against Wennington. Had it blocked. Anderson collects for 2.
Big time field goal for Anderson, and they take the lead.
Atlanta by 1. Wennington spots up. Smith the rebound. Atlanta on a 7-0 run and looking to add to it. Mookie Blaylock against Steve Kerr. It's the screen from Ken Norman. He rolls to the lane. Inside, Cadillac Anderson goes up and he's fouled.
He took the little steps underneath, but not to be. They've got everything going their way now. The Bulls cannot capture a rebound on the other end. This is not a great rebounding team, yet they've out-rebounded the Bulls here tonight, 39-32.
Bill Wennington picks up his first personal. That is already the 4th on the team here. We still have 5:45 to go. Atlanta has just 2 team fouls.
Greg Anderson, you got the right guy shooting the free throws. Greg Anderson, 48% from there.
Well, Phil Jackson, it's been one of those nights, up and down. Just when it looks like his team is about to put this one away, all of a sudden Atlanta puts together a run, and Lenny Wilkens' team gets back into it, and vice versa. Hawks had a 10-point lead earlier in the second half. Blaylock trying to keep it alive. Loose on the floor, still up for grabs, and the Hawks capture Mookie Blaylock.
Boy, quick to the ball. This is one thing that the Bulls are lacking out there, is the quickness to the ball. Kenny Norman with a long 3 and ring that one up. His first of the game.
6 for Norman, both have been praised.
Yeah.
Atlanta on top by 4. Coming up on 5 minutes to go in the game. Jordan lost Smith. Bulls having a rough go of it here in this 4th quarter. Blaylock off the screen by Norman. Now Mookie. Norman rolls to the open spot.
Blocked. Look for the ball.
Here comes Scottie Pippen. Pippen a little change of direction. Steve Kerr out of the arc. Jordan looking to post up Steve Smith. Now he faces it. Finds Scottie. Beautiful play. Pippen with a little finger roll reverse. 21 for Scottie. 4.5 to go, and Atlanta's lead is down to 2. This is Blaylock. Smith. Looking to challenge MJ. Norman right around Kukoc. Got a foul coming up on the Bulls as the shot clock was about to expire.
Steve Kerr ran in front to pick up his first foul. They'll go to the line. BJ comes in for Steve Kerr.
And Steve Kerr, as you mentioned, is first but the 5th on the team.
Kenny Norman to the free throw line. Norman, a 47% free throw shooter.
So Ken Norman, the former Illini, makes good on his first, and he'll have another. Take a look at this little two-man game. Jordan, no look to Scottie, and he kind of reverses it with his hand with that little finger roll.
Mookie Blaylock. Mookie Blaylock on the runway. The little man, nobody pays attention to him. He comes in and makes that rebound possible. Bulls not paying attention to anything that's going on the court defensively.
Hawks lead by 3. Hawks lost by 1, 75-74 at Cleveland. Jordan got a piece of it, but not enough of it. Norman for 3 with 3 to go on the shot clock. Blaylock, the smallest man on the floor, the rebound.
Oh.
It's up for grabs, and now we've got a collision. Ken Norman.
Technical foul on Ken. He's gone. Ken Norman is gone. He's got thrown out. And he's bumped him now to try to get away. Woody Mayfield, he's got thrown right out of the game on that foul, and he is all upset. He's throwing Steve Smith around. Jimmy Clark doesn't want to get involved in this. He's already tossed him. Lenny Wilkens out there now on the floor arguing.
Ken Norman lost it.
Yes, he did.
Absolutely lost it.
Well, it all started with good hustle plays for them. They came up with the ball. Now he kissed him. He kissed Jake O'Donnell. He reached over and put his arm around him.
Yeah, but it was Jim Clark who tossed him.
Yeah, but here it is. Ball gets tapped around. Mookie's got it. It goes down. It gets kicked around here. Michael dives in here for the ball, and as he does, Norman rolls. Now he says, "Why did you call that foul?" And the reaction was got him tossed out. BJ up to the line, knocks the free one in. He's got 7. Wow. 3:46, all the action. The Bulls still down by 2. The foul is going to be.
Foul was on
third.
Norman.
Yeah, that's only their 3rd.
Yes, exactly. The 13th foul. Tyrone Corbin comes on for Atlanta, replacing Norman. Cadillac Anderson, Tyrone Corbin, Stacey Augmon up front. Smith and Blaylock in the backcourt for Atlanta. Scottie Pippen sets it up for the Bulls. Harper and BJ. Pippen and MJ at the forwards. Blocking foul called here on Cadillac Anderson. His 3rd, 4th on the team.
Michael posting up down low, and they're going to take Bulls will take a timeout and talk about it.
3 minutes, 31 seconds to be played at the Omni in Atlanta. Scottie Pippen and the Bulls still down by 2, and we're in crunch time.
Now, with the Bulls only trailing by 2 points, the level of intensity in this game has really picked up. You have to remember that many of these fans have come from all over the South to see the Bulls play tonight, and as many of them are cheering for the Bulls as they are for the Hawks. And that's made the Hawk players come up more, and it's made the Bulls play even harder as well.
And Robert, the big 2 are playing very hard in the second half. Jordan and Pippen very productive. 32 of the 39 points for Chicago. On the boards, Bulls being whipped soundly again. 42-33 overall, 11-7 on the offensive glass as they set it up offensively. Jordan. BJ at the arc for 3. Kukoc, the rebound, and the putback around the world and in.
So the Bulls with an offense rebound of their own. Tony with 18.
Blaylock on the drive past Armstrong.
Nobody back there to help him out. Blaylock takes advantage of it. He's got 18.
Hawks by 2. Under 3 minutes to go. Interior feed denied into the post by Ty Corbin. Luke Longley, 10 to go on the shot clock. Tony Kukoc with 7 to go. Take it for 3. No. Pippen backtaps the rebound. Kicked out of bounds by Ty Corbin. Last touch apparently by Kukoc and the Bulls. It'll belong to Atlanta. The bounce of the ball more often than not has gone against the Bulls. There's no question about that here tonight. And Long is back into the ball game in place of Corbin.
Harper couldn't get in the game.
Anderson, Long. Stacey Augmon up front for Atlanta. Long inside, couldn't finish. Here come the Bulls. Pippen accelerates.
Flip all the way down. He's got 23. A steal by Tony.
The Bulls have caught the Hawks and can take the lead here.
Yes, sir. Lenny Wilkens out on the court for a timeout.
A 3 for B.J. Armstrong. The Bulls on a 9-2 run for the lead by 3. On Tuesday, March 30th, Bulls battle the Celtics at Sears Brand Central Fanny Pack Night. First 10,000 fans entering United Center receive a Bulls Fanny Pack. Compliments of Sears Brand Central. Atlanta resumes offensively. Hawks are now trailing the Bulls by 3. This is Blaylock. Stacey Augmon. Watched by Jordan. Wide open Smith for 3. Grant Long picks off the rebound, and the Hawks remain on the attack. Atlanta has owned the offensive board here tonight. Blaylock sets it up. Under 2 minutes to go. Blaylock on the drive. Got caught in no man's land. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Atlanta. I believe it had to be Grant Long. Looked like Blaylock was trying to slip a pass along.
Tony's going to come in here for Harper now. Yeah, he was trying to, he got himself in low. So now Craig Anderson is out. Who's back in here? Okay, the big guy, Grant Long. Or Lang.
Andrew Lang.
Andrew Lang. 1:30 to go here in the final quarter.
Bulls by 3. A score here would be big. Jordan blocked by Smith. The run out to Blaylock. 20 for Mookie, and it's a 1-point game in favor of Chicago. Steve Smith with the block. At 6'8", that's a long wingspan that Smith presents defensively, and he can get up off his feet. Got great spring in his legs. Scottie manufactures a beautiful move, but couldn't get it to go down. Long the rebound.
Bulls don't come down with any kind of rebound. 1 minute to go here.
Here's Blaylock. Atlanta spaces the floor. Lang delivers a screen. Blaylock picked up on a switch. Long to Lang.
Of course, what a great touch. He gives him a 1-point lead. Timeout Bulls.
47.2 to go for the game. Atlanta recaptures the lead by 1 on a 4-0 run. Game-turning play, perhaps. Steve Smith against Michael Jordan. Watch. Bulls had a 3-point lead at that point. Smith the block. Blaylock the run out. Suddenly, it is a 1-point game.
Well, we talk about the elevation that Michael has near the game. I've seen 4 games now, and I think he's had a shot blocked in each one of them. I don't think I've seen that in the other since he came in the league in '84.
Under a minute to go. 18 on the shot clock. Scottie Pippen gets a screen from Luke Longley. Scottie. Fourth down to Kukoc, stolen by Blaylock.
Well, the Bulls didn't know what they wanted to do there. Said, I'll take it. They're going to take a timeout. They're clearing the side. It's going to be pick and roll time. Here it is.
Smith for 3. Short. It's short. Rebound Augmon. And the Hawks can dribble it out. The final
believe
second.
this? Yes. They don't have to shoot. Oh, they
Blaylock
do.
to Lang. Rebound Jordan. Michael calls a timeout. 5.9 seconds remain, and the Bulls have a shot at it. They trail by 1.
Well, that big play of the rebound was it didn't touch the rim, so they had to take the shot.
5.9 seconds remain in regulation. The Bulls are trailing by 1. And the Bulls will have the ball when we resume. The shot by Steve Smith didn't touch the iron, and that's why, as Fred mentioned on the way out, the Hawks had to get a shot off.
Right.
And as it was, they were unable to convert. The Bulls pried loose the rebound finally, and Jordan able to call the timeout.
Well, a game and a half separates these two teams in the standings. A very important game to both of them. A touch under 6 seconds to go here. The Bulls are going to take the ball where? Right down here. Where are they going to take it? Back here in front of the bench. They've got a timeout. They've got a 20. Everybody up on their feet there.
And Luke Longley. The inbounds to Michael. Racing the clock. Jordan for the win.
Yes! I did it again! He is now back! Holy mackerel!
Michael Jordan rings a 2, and the Bulls win 99-98.
Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy.
No question about it. Take a look at it again. It was Michael Jordan all the way, and it was vintage Jordan.
5.9 on the clock. Here he comes up. Steve backpedaling. Steve Smith. Up he goes over the hand. Yes, and you saw the red light go off when the ball was going through the hole. Watch this again. Michael loved it. Watch it again. Here's the time going down. Watch the ball go through the hoop and the red light come on right at the end. There it goes. There's the light right at the buzzer. Jordan.
All that is missing from this picture is Craig Elo.
Lenny Wilkens has to be cutting his wrist at this stage. He says, I've seen this so many times when I was coaching Cleveland. I haven't seen it for 2 years. The man is definitely back.
32 points for Jordan, and the Bulls pull out a 99-98 victory at the Omni in Atlanta.
I was on the sidelines, peeking over the shoulders of the Bulls, watching Phil Jackson when he was drawing on his chalkboard, and it wasn't really clear up until the very last minute who he was going to go to. Then it became clear when he gave the cue for Michael to take the inbound pass, that what they wanted Michael to do was to go up court, run off those last 3 or 4 seconds, and then take the last shot. And no one here was really sure, since Michael had been cool over the first half of the game, whether or not it was a good decision. But Michael in the clutches came through again, and he drained it.
All right, thank you, Robert. There is a look at Michael once again stepping to near the free throw line and getting that shot away. And as I mentioned, only Craig Elo was missing from that shot. Steve Smith was the man backpedaling in the picture. He had Michael defensively. And the reaction of Michael Jordan, it certainly was a vintage moment for Michael Jordan and the Bulls.
Robert Jordan had to be kidding us. He didn't know who the ball was going to. We knew who it was going. Pep with a great game, 23 points. He had 10 rebounds, a double-double. Michael struggled a little bit early, Wayne, but he came in that third quarter. He really did it. He had a shot blocked. They turned around on the shot block by Steve Smith. Mookie Blaylock got a layup, give them the lead. Michael knew, I've got to do something to get this back. He did it, and poor Lenny Wilkens, he does it again to the guy.
AT&T long-distance play of the game. You could about guess it is the game-winning shot by Michael Jordan from about 16 feet away. And that gave the Bulls the 99-98 victory over the Atlanta Hawks. And this was a ball game, again, that the Bulls were out-rebounded a rather large margin, 46-36, 17-9 on the offensive glass. But Atlanta shot just 43% from the field. The Bulls hit an even 50%. And when it came right down to it, they had the guy for the game-winning shot.
Well, the big plays were, I thought, that Pippen came down, made a basket, a 3 by BJ, and boy, oh boy, the Bulls are back.
And the high-flying score, of course, it's going to be Michael Jordan. A look at his log for tonight. He also had 4 rebounds in addition to the 32 points, and not a bad night from the field at all. Again, the final score from the Omni in Atlanta. The Chicago Bulls 99, the Atlanta Hawks 98. Our next telecast on WGN a week from tonight, April 1st, when the Philadelphia 76ers come to town. Bullseye at 7 p.m., tip-off at 7:30 Central Time.